Welcome to a new season of Battle Axe. The road to a Battle Axe championship begins today. As always, coming to you from the Bustin' Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, I'm Joey Danya, alongside Bobby Bradford. It is a 7-week regular season leading up to a double elimination postseason tournament where we will crown a new champion of Battle Axe. If you're new to the program, let's explain the rules. All of those rings moving inwards are worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 points for the bullseye. That small blue dot on the outermost ring is worth 8 points. At any point during a match, a player can go for a kill shot. If they hit that blue dot, they get 8 points. If they miss it, they get nothing, Bobby. And here's what they get if they bring home the championship.
This is, of course, what everyone is playing for. Currently held by Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, but as we saw in the Winter League double elimination tournament, Joey, there's plenty of stiff competition that can give him a run for his money.
Yeah, several former champions coming back for another season of Battle Axe, and they want to get that belt back in their possession, but you know the Magic Man wants to keep it around his waist.
Absolutely. He's very competitive, but also one of the great ambassadors of the sport.
Well, let's get things started here in week number 1 of this new season. Time for our very first matchup of this new season. Ann Welp will be taking on Sarah Murray.
Yeah, so Sarah coming into the league, very consistent thrower. And then, of course, Ann Welp suffered a little bit with drops last season here, Joey. So we'll see if she can eliminate that from her game.
For Sarah, for Ann.
A new season of Battle Axe is underway. Murray and Welp getting the season started with a couple of 4s.
Yeah, so each player just kind of finding their rhythm. You know, they're getting back to the throwing technique and kind of figuring it out for themselves. And unfortunately there for Ann, she's got a drop. But that looks like that could be a bullseye there for Sarah if it's popping through on the left-hand side there, Joey.
Yeah, you just need to see red on both sides of the blade, and indeed that is the case. Jenny gives the thumbs up. It's a bullseye for Sarah Murray. She's now got a commanding lead, 10-4 over Ann Welp, but a lot of match still to go in this one.
Yeah, if you're going to have a drop, Joey, you want it to be early in the matchup, and then you just want to keep putting positive points on the board. But it looks like Sarah's able to take another point there on Ann Welp, so she has a 7-point lead going into the 4th throw.
A nice start here for Sarah Murray. Ann Welp is going to have to get into a rhythm here in a hurry if she wants to get a win there. And what a throw there from Ann Welp, right on cue. But
an even better throw there by Sarah Murray there. So Sarah seems to be dialed in here as the new season starts. Couple of bullseyes in her first 4 throws.
All right, this is your 5th throw.
She now has an 8-point lead going into the 5th throw.
Yeah, and I like how Sarah's axe is hitting the board, Joey. It's hitting really flush. It's hitting really straight into the board.
Sarah?
As you can see with Ann's blade, it's kind of sitting there a little at an angle, which can cause those drops.
Well, Ann Welp wins a round for the first time this match. So we will make the turn here. They'll switch sides, and we are underway in the second half.
There you go. There's a nice throw there by Ann, and then the axe getting away there from Sarah. So Ann able to pick up a couple points on that throw. As we always know, whenever you start getting a little bit of a momentum going, you have to switch sides. And luckily for Ann, she's able to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, things tightening up a little bit. It's a 5-point game now.
Looks like a bullseye there for Ann.
For Sarah.
But though you can see, Joey, that axe is just sticking into the wood. So I'd like to see Ann kind of develop a little, maybe stronger throw to get that axe to really kind of pierce the board.
Well, what a comeback this is. An 8-point deficit, now just 3 for Ann Welp.
Yeah, so she's definitely in this game. Couple throws to go.
Right,
down by 3. We've seen a lot of the players in the last league, Joey, be really aggressive with that kill shot. I'd be interested to see if Ann's going to adopt that in this match.
Not going to go for it here on the 9th throw.
4 and 4.
A couple
So they'll
4s.
trade points. It'll be a 3-point lead for Sarah Murray heading into the final throw. I'd love to see Welp go for a kill shot here.
Right, I mean, Sarah has thrown a 3, and so if Ann can hit a bullseye, that would send him into sudden death. But I would like the aggressive throw as well. And it looks like she inadvertently was going for the kill shot there.
So Sarah Murray gets the win as we get this season started. 42-38 the final over Ann Welp.
Yeah, so Ann, of course, coming out of the gate a little bit shaky. You know, she had that drop on her second throw, but did a really nice job of coming back and being aggressive and staying in the match. And for Sarah, she did a really nice job of in her first 5 throws, she had a couple bullseyes there. But then she kind of got stuck in that little three run, and of course the vortex to end the match there. But I'd like to see a little more aggressive play out of Ann. But as it stands, she starts the season off 0-1, and Sarah goes to 1-0.
Yeah, I love the way she was able to kind of shake off the rust and then get into a rhythm and get right back in this one. Ended up being a pretty competitive match, and it was fun to watch. Time now for our next matchup here in season number 8. Brandon Feenstra will be taking on Cody Yocum.
Yes, a couple players, Joey, that have really stepped up their game, really started to challenge Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw and Casey Nines for tops of the league here. So this should be a great matchup.
Well, that one might be a bullseye for Feenstra, but it's a 5. He's out to the early lead over Cody Yocum.
Yeah, so both players doing a really nice job of kind of progressing their game into that 5 and 6 ring. Both players can still make their mistakes. They can still get stuck in that vortex, but it's few and far between now.
Oh, that looks like a flush bullseye from Cody Yocum.
Sure. Bullseye, Cody.
And
Bye,
it is a
Brandon.
bullseye for Yocum. We're all tied up at 10.
Yeah, so that's a nice response there by Cody Yocum after that 4 to start the match. And as you can see, always keeping it fun, always keeping it playful is Brandon, Mr. Average Feenstra.
All right.
I guess his version of the moonwalk a little bit. And it seems to work. There looks like a bullseye there.
For Cody.
And that's a 4 there for
Bullseye,
Cody.
Brandon.
Well, a bullseye for Brandon Feenstra gives him a 2-point advantage over Cody Yocum.
Yep, and both these players, Joe, are really looking for that consistency in their throw. They've kind of honed in their mechanism, their throwing technique, and now it's just they repeat the process over and over again. It looks like that could be a bullseye there for Cody
Oh my God, I almost died.
if it's
Bullseye,
popping through on the
Cody.
right-hand side, and it is.
What'd you say?
So Cody Yocum starting to heat up. He's got bullseyes in 2 of his last 3 throws. We're all tied at 20.
Should be no
All right,
surprise to see us all
fifth
tied
throw,
at the
y'all are tied at
5th throw.
20.
Ooh, axe getting away there from Brandon.
For
And
Brandon,
nice job for
5,
Cody to capitalize. Very close to being a bullseye.
Yeah, he is dialed in right now, and he's got a 1-point lead over Brandon Feenstra as we head into the second half.
I walked.
Well, and that's what we see, like when we watch Matt the Magic Man throw. You know, those when he hits those 5s, they're so close to being bullseyes as well. So Cody's doing a really nice job in this match of when he's hitting that 5 ring. It's not just barely hitting that 5 ring; it's getting really close to that bullseye. So
Another 5 from Cody Yocum to extend the lead to 2.
but Brandon's doing a nice job of just sticking around in the match. It looks like that's a 5, possibly a 4 if it's not popping through on the top part of that blade.
It did. 5 Brandon, bullseye Cody.
So Cody with another nice bullseye, but still a 3-point match, very similar to that match we saw with Ann and Sarah. Perhaps Brandon's going to be aggressive and go for a kill shot at some point.
Well, it's not what you'd expect to see from Mr. Average, but I'd love to see him go for the kill shot.
Well, it's a new season. Oh,
Wow.
Drop and 4 Brandon.
That is something you rarely see from Cody Yocum. A devastating drop on the 8th throw.
Oh, man.
And just like that, Brandon Feenstra takes the lead.
Well, as we know, anything can happen here in the Battle Axe Arena. And Cody, I mean, that looked like the blade hit the wood there. So it wasn't like the top part of his axe hit the wood,
For
and it
Brandon,
just kind of
bullseye Cody.
ricocheted off. It looked pretty flush, so definitely an anomaly. But nice response with the bullseye there to take a 1-point lead going into the 10th throw.
All
No
right,
kill
last
shots.
throw, Cody's up
We're just
by
going to play the board here, Joey.
Well, it's all going to come down to this for Feenstra and Yocum. Nice throw from Feenstra, and
Ooh.
Yocum may have delivered the dagger. We'll see if this is a bullseye for
Cody,
Feenstra.
5
He needs it.
Brandon.
Nope, it's a 5. So Cody
All right, good
Yocum
job,
gets the
46
win by
Brandon,
the
47
slimmest of
Cody.
margins, 47-46.
Wow. I mean, what can you say? We knew this was going to be a great matchup going into this this matchup here, Joey. But 46-47, Cody comes away with the victory, even with the drop on his 8th throw. Still an impressive score, 47. Just a great response. It really shows the kind of grit that he has as a competitor. As you can see there, 4 bullseyes on his card. Brandon also doing a nice job. He had the 1 bullseye there, maybe a little too many 4s for his liking, but still was able to stay in this matchup, be competitive. And man, if this is a sign of things to come, these two competitors are someone to look out for.
Cody Yocum with ice in his veins to get the win over Brandon Feenstra. We are just getting things started here in week number 1 of this new season of Battle Axe. We'll bring you much more straight ahead here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe, coming to you from the Bustin' Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford. Our defending champion, Matt Bradshaw, is back for this new season, and so too are a lot of former champions, including Eric the Scope Chisel. As Chisel looks to get the belt back in his possession, he knows he's got to elevate his game because the level of competition just continues to improve in this league. Here's Chisel on how that level of competition has continually grown.
You know, it is. Your clear line, you know, we got everybody that's out here practicing. You know, I practice as much as I can. We got, you know, you still got Bradshaw practicing. I mean, in case he gets in the swing of things, and Cody's here too doing some practice as well. And everybody just kind of like, you know, there is that line. It's like, where did you find it? Where's that niche that they've got? You know, it's just time and time again that Bradshaw shows up and plays, you know, and he's really working for those top scores. Now, you take one step back and you look at the rest of the pack, and everybody's fighting within, I mean, we're talking just points, mere points, just not even much. And it makes for some really great games no matter who we're talking about playing against. Because it's everyone. Anytime I play, anybody I play anymore, it's great because I know that odds are, like I had a sudden death with Gina. That was fun. We had a lot of close games to begin with, and it was really great. I mean, yeah, I know I mentioned, you know, the kill shots that I take, and I do, but I mean, if you can't practice it when it counts, I mean, what are you doing? You know, you can throw them all day and night in the garage, but you know, when it comes down to it, the kill shots, I always take them just because it gives you that relief, you know, to be able to throw, hit it, and be consistent when people are watching and when the scores matter. So, I mean, besides all that with me, I mean, everybody else is, I mean, same thing. You know, the pack is tight, like you said. I mean, everybody's getting real close. There's no clear cut, you know, person to watch out for just yet. So we'll see what happens.
And that's what makes this league so fun.
Oh, absolutely. Seeing every player like improve their game and just strive to be number one is really fun and awesome to watch.
Well, number one is Matt Bradshaw for now. He, of course, is the defending champion, and he's back looking to defend the title. Bradshaw ready to get things going here in this new season. Eric the Scope Chisel, a former champion, will be taking on Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. This one should be a dandy.
Oh, as we've always said, Joey, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And this is another great matchup that we're going to be seeing here. It looks like Eric with the 4 there. And no surprise, Matt with a flush bullseye to start
Eric the Scope hanging his head just after a 4. He wants nothing but 5s and 6s, and especially when you're going up against Bradshaw.
Absolutely. And what we saw with Eric last season is that when he started off the league, he was very aggressive with that kill shot. Didn't hit as many as he would like, but that kind of set him into a little bit of a hole, a little bit of a deficit that he had to work himself out of, but ended up being in the middle of the pack when it came to tournament time and had a really nice run.
Back-to-back bullseyes for the defending champion, Matt Bradshaw. He's got a 3-point lead in the blink of an eye.
And that's what we always talk about, Joey. You know, when you're hitting 4s and Matt's hitting 6s, you just create a very, very big deficit right away. You almost have to go shot for shot with them and come down to that one crucial throw that can determine a match.
Well, Bradshaw and Chisel throw 5s on their third throws to keep it a 3-point game. Matt Bradshaw is remarkable, but he is human.
Oh, he is human. He's unable to hit that unicorn to start off the season, but focusing up, just a great example of having that throwing mechanism down, having that routine just perfected. And that's what he strives for.
First bullseye of the season right there for Eric the Scope Chisel.
5th throw.
Bullseye for Bradshaw as well, his 3rd of the match. He's really dialed in to start this new season.
Yeah, and as you can see from Eric's score there, though, he's really having a nice positive progression. It looks like that could be a 5, possibly a 6 if it's popping through on the right-hand side. And that looks like a 5, maybe a bullseye if it's popping through on the top.
Eric. Bullseye Matt.
Oh, so both ruled bullseye there, so both have a chance at what we dare not speak.
Well, it's a 3-point lead for Bradshaw heading into the second half of this one. Both of these two playing very well.
Absolutely. In a 3-point deficit, oh, darn, you don't want to see that out of Eric.
4 Eric, 5 Matt.
Like we were talking about with Cody's progression, when you're hitting those 5s and they're really close to being bullseyes, that's the thing you want to see. But Eric missing that bullseye pretty badly there with a 4 on a 6th throw.
Incredible focus, as always, from Bradshaw.
He just has a
Bullseye,
laser
nice.
focus locked in. Nice response there by Eric. But of course, time and time again, we see it when you go up against the Magic Man. You throw a bullseye, you look over, and it's another flush bullseye as well for the Magic Man. So,
Well, if the scope can just hang around, he can go for the kill shot and give himself a chance to win.
there's another nice throw there by Matt. He's really locked in to start the season.
Bullseye Matt, 5 Eric.
And that's a 5 there for Eric.
Well, time to see if
All
Eric
right,
the
so just
scope
throw
will
it
go
out.
for the kill shot. Looks like he's contemplating it. Bradshaw's going for it.
Bradshaw's going for it, and Eric has to go for it as well.
No reason
Yeah.
not to, right?
Yep. Got to get the season started off right. And that's what, Eric has long said, you want to throw these kill shots so you get used to them. And so when they come time, then they really matter in the tournament. They're not so foreign. And it looks like Eric missed. Got to get a closer look here at Matt the Magic Man's.
For Matt.
And it's ruled a hit. So it must be popping through in the bottom part of that blade.
Bradshaw on fire. He's got a
Last
chance
throw, Matt is up
for a
by
round of
2.
60 or even more.
Right, so looks like they both decided to go for it again. Matt lining up for the kill shot. Eric looking to line up for the kill shot on the left-hand side. We'll see what happens here, Joey. Oh, Eric's very close, and it looks like Matt
Yes, Eric.
got it. That was almost a carbon copy throw there for Eric.
What a round
Good
for
game.
the
41,
defending
Eric,
champion, Matt the
62,
Magic Man
Matt.
Bradshaw. 62 to get his season started with a victory over Eric the Scope Chisel.
Okay.
You can see Eric and Matt both kind of admiring how identical that throw was for Eric the Scope. So he did not miss that kill shot by much. But as it stands, Eric falls to 0-1. Matt improves his record from 0-0 to 1-0. But just a tremendous matchup by Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. As you can see, only 2 5s on the scorecard. Everything else was 6s and kill shots. So he's definitely in championship form. And then for Eric, he kind of just stuttered coming out of the gate here. So he had that 4 on his first throw, and he had another 4 on his 6th throw as well. But like the aggressive move of going for the kill shot, as you saw, he did not miss it by much, and definitely a competitor to look out for.
Yeah, Eric the Scope talked in his interview before the matchup about how there wasn't a clear-cut number one. I think we know who the clear-cut number one is. It is Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. Well, Beth Chen is looking to work her way to the top of the standings this season. She's gotten better each and every season. Here's Beth on her goals for this season.
I'm looking just to continue to improve. Last season, I set a goal for myself to finish 4th, and I finished 5th, which is better than 6th the 2 previous times. So I was happy that I improved. I didn't get up to 4th, but I really think this year with the improvement I made last season and the continued improvement that I'm seeing even tonight, and just the competition level is really good this year, and everybody's getting better and pushing each other. I think 4th is definitely doable for me. I'm going to have to work hard for it, but that's kind of where I'd like to be at the end of the season.
Beth Chen ready to go here in season number 8 of Battle Axe. Time now for our next matchup. It's going to be Beth Chen taking on Cody Yocum. So Yocum coming off a 1-point victory over Brandon Feenstra.
Here we go.
And a look to keep things going with another win over Beth Chen.
Yeah, so Cody with a match under his belt already, a close competitive matchup. Looks like that's carrying over into this matchup versus Beth Jen with a nice bullseye there to get things started.
Throw number 2.
But again, Beth Jen, like she was saying in her interview and like Eric was talking about, is one of those competitors that is just looking to get closer and closer to that number 1 spot, constantly improving her game.
4-6.
Well, what a start here for Cody Yocum. Back-to-back bullseyes to build a 4-point advantage over Beth Jen.
Cody by 4.
And yeah, so Cody just really locked into that bullseye, that 5 ring, doing a nice job of finding that routine. Looks like that could be another 5 there for Cody. Looks like it could be a bullseye there for Beth, actually. Ooh.
5-5.
Wow. So I thought that bullseye was popping through on the left-hand side, but Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw his second passion in
All
life,
right,
aside from
Cody's up by
axe throwing,
4.
is
This is throw number 4.
refereeing axe throwing. So I trust his judgment.
The unicorn continues to elude these battle axe stars. Even Bradshaw didn't have one in his last matchup, a round of 62, but
Yeah.
you got to think part of that was because he went for kill shots on the last couple of throws.
Yeah, we got to figure out a new term if you sacrifice a unicorn to go for a
right, this
kill
is throw
shot and
number
get it. There
5.
has to be some
Cody, you're up by
other
5.
mythical creature we can come up with and figure out.
Little homework for us to do before next week.
Exactly. Looks like a nice bullseye there by
4
Cody
and
Yocum.
6.
And
Correct,
Beth
4 and 6.
getting stuck in that vortex a little bit to start off the season. She's looking to
All
make
right,
that
touch 'em up,
progression
switch 'em
this year, Joey,
At the
to
turn,
get in that 5 and
28,
6 ring, kind of
Cody's
living
up
it,
by
kind of
7.
like Cody's been
Hold,
doing
please.
in his first 2 matches.
Cody Yocum taking a 7-point lead into the second half.
4, 5.
Of course, I say that, and Cody immediately throws a 4. So a nice announcer's jinx,
Throw
always
number
a
7,
good thing
Cody's
here,
by
Joey.
6.
But again, he didn't miss that 4 by much. If we go back to that 4 that Eric threw versus Matt the Magic Man, it was just way off the mark, something that he doesn't want to have.
Definitely
And
to shut me up.
so Cody still living very
5,
close
6.
to that 5 and 6 ring.
Great shot there from Beth Jen, her first bullseye of the season.
All right, this is
She's
throw
within
number
5
8,
now,
Cody by
3
5.
throws to go.
And we've seen her really turn it on. She can really kind of live in that 5 and 6 ring. She's just got to find that release point. Fortunately, getting away from her a little
5-4.
bit there. And then Cody's just doing a great job keeping that pedal to the metal, constantly adding on points.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, so he wanted a little closer look. It was ruled a 5, and the ruling was upheld.
Hold up, please. Hold up. That was throw number 8, right?
So we're getting
5, 4.
a
so
ruling
this is
here.
throw number
9,
Okay.
throw number 9.
Cody's by 6.
Oh, Beth Jen going to play the board. Not one that we've seen go for the kill shots.
But something tells me if she wants to make that progression that she wants to have throughout this season, Joey, she's going to
5-4.
have to go for those kill shots. She's going to have to get more comfortable with that.
All
And
right,
that's just
this
the
is throw
progress
number
that you
10.
have as a player when you get to
Cody's up
those
by 7,
high-pressure
47,
games.
40.
It almost
Throw 10.
becomes something of a necessity instead of a want.
But of course, as is always the case, points will determine the postseason bracket. So Beth Jen happy here to just get as many
bullseye.
points in the last couple of throws,
Way
and
to
she
finish
finishes it with a bullseye. But it's Cody
takes that one,
Yocum getting the victory.
52-46. Good match.
He improves to 2-0.
Yeah, so Cody with a really nice matchup. And much to your point here, Joey, I wonder how much Beth Jen was just trying to kind of focus up on finding that 5 and 6 ring, finding that bullseye. So she wasn't as aggressive going for the kill shot to try to get back into the game, more looking towards the future and trying to find that 5 and 6 throw. But for Cody, I mean, only 1-4 on his scorecard, so a really nice score of 52. He's coming out the gates pretty hot here, Joey. And so he's living in that 5 and 6 ring. And as we saw on that 6th throw, that 4 was very close to being a 5 as well. So he's someone to look out for.
4 matches down, 4 more still to come here in week number 1 on Season 8 of Battle Axe. We'll be right back with plenty more action right here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford, coming to you from the Bustin' Axe throwing range in Dubuque, Iowa. It's been an exciting start to this season, Bobby.
Absolutely. We've seen some tremendous matchups. We've seen some competitors put up some really impressive numbers. And if this is any sign, this can be a great season.
Well, we've got a lot more action still to come here in week number 1. Our next matchup, Zachary Torbel, and he's going to take on Sarah Murray.
Yeah, so Zach coming back into the league. And of
get
course,
him,
Sarah had a
Go on.
really nice matchup to get the season started. She had a round of 42 over Ann Welp. Let's see if she
5-4.
can carry it over. But Zach with a nice throw there,
Nick Guthrie.
start the
Very nice,
season
bud.
here.
Throw number 2.
As we last saw, Zach was a really consistent thrower. Really, I mean, he had some mistakes, as all new throwers do, but he
5 and
can really
6.
get
Yeah,
kind of
you're right.
locked
That's fine.
into that 4, 5, and 6 ring pretty quickly.
That is correct.
A competitor oozing with potential, like so many of the players in this
All right, we're all
league.
tied up. This is throw
Sarah
number
Murray,
3.
one of those players as well. She throws a bullseye to tie this one up at 10.
Another nice throw there by Zach. So he's definitely in a groove right now.
6-4.
And a 4 there for Sarah. So a 2-point lead here for Zach going into the fourth throw. But
All right, Zach by
to your
2.
point, Joey,
This is
yeah,
throw number
when you get
4.
these new players coming in, and then they can come out and they can start throwing really impressive numbers, really consistent numbers, it's just so nice because it just adds to that pool of great competition that we already have here at Battle Axe.
Yeah, we saw it last season. There was just a log jam of players outside of Bradshaw that were right there,
Right.
all looking to win the title. And
All right, this is throw
this
number
season
5.
should
Zach,
be
you're up
another
by 2.
fun one.
Yeah, so both players get the axe getting away from them that last throw. So a couple threes, and as you can see there, the axe still getting away there from Zach. So still, still that new competitor jitters.
All right, guess what? We
We are all tied up
Switch
at
switch 'em up.
22
Please.
after the first half. Torbel and Murray switch sides, and we're underway in the second half.
There's a better throw there by
like 4-4.
Zach. And it looks like a 4 there for Sarah Murray.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Oh, could be popping through on that right-hand side.
Yes, it did, sir. I stand corrected. Good call.
So the call is overturned. It's a 5 for Torbel.
All right, throw number 7.
He's got the lead with 4 throws to go.
You can see the release point was just a little too early on that one. So another 3 there for Zach, something he definitely
we are
wants to
all
eliminate
tied.
from his card.
This is throw number 8.
But all tied up with 3 throws to go. Another exciting matchup.
Yeah, Torbel just needs to get the consistency going, and he'll be a really
4-5.
tough competitor in this league. He throws a
All right, this is
5
throw
there to
number
take the
9,
lead.
Zach by 1.
35-34, 2 throws to go.
Yeah, so Sarah kind of stuck in the vortex there. You saw in that last throw. Just held on to the axe just a little too long. Another 4 there for Zachary. And that looks like that could be a bullseye there for Sarah Murray if it's popping through on the left-hand side.
That would give her the
Yes,
lead.
That is 6-4.
Nice.
And it is a bullseye. So Sarah Murray turns a 1-point deficit into a 1-point
All right, throw
lead
number 10,
with a big
Sarah,
bullseye
you're
on the
up by
ninth
1,
throw.
40 to
And we always
35.
talk about that one throw that really determines a matchup here, Joey. And we're about to watch it. So 4 there for Zach. And a
Oh,
devastating
guess what?
3.
3 and 4.
We are going to sudden death for the first time here in
You're
season number 8.
All right, here we go.
So we took it took a while last season to get to a sudden death, but we get it on the first episode here of Battle Axe. So the players have to go for a kill shot. Zach misses by a lot, but Sarah misses even
I think
worse.
Zach takes the winner on that one.
Wow.
Well, Zachary Torbel gets the win in sudden death over Sarah Murray.
Yeah, so both players in sudden death have to go for the kill shot, but both players off the mark quite a bit, but Zach was able to be closer, so he ends up taking the victory 43-43, and Zach improves his record to 1-0, and Sarah falls to 1-1. But Zach showed signs of being a really consistent player. He had too many threes on his scorecard, to put up a nice, impressive score, but he's definitely somebody that can compete and be consistent.
Those are a couple of players that we haven't seen really go for the kill shots,
Correct.
and it showed right there.
Correct, exactly.
Well, time now for our next matchup here on Battle Axe. Stephanie Prine will be taking on Sarah Murray. She'll get right back out there and look to get a win after coming up just
There we
short
go.
there
All
in
right,
sudden
throw number
death.
1. Here we go.
Yeah, so let's see if this matchup can give a little momentum here to Sarah Murray and Stephanie Prine starting off her season. So Prine Time Nation is back in action. Ooh,
5.
wow.
And we will not discuss that.
So as you can see there, I mean, that's almost a similar throw that she had to that kill shot there, Joey. Just holding on to that axe just a little too long. That release point isn't there. And she just needs to focus up. And, of course, Prime Time Nation, always keeping it light, fun. That's a nice throw there. That could be
Nice
a
recovery,
5.
Sarah. That's 6 and
Oh,
4.
ruled a 6 there
Nice
for
shot.
Stephanie.
Good recovery there, Sarah.
What a great start to the
this
season
is throw
for
number 3.
Stephanie Prine.
Another competitor that we know can put up really consistent, good numbers. And if she gets locked in that 5 and 6 ring, can definitely take that step into another level. And she might be doing it right in front of our eyes here, Joey. So very close to being a bullseye.
Maybe a little close there, Sarah.
Matt, very deliberate in his judging, his rulings.
5 and 4.
A 5 for Stephanie Prine and a 4 for
All right,
Sarah
this is throw
Murray.
number 4,
Prine
Stephanie
with
by
an
8.
8-point lead.
Yeah, but much like we saw with Cody Yocum, Stephanie's 5s are very, very close to being bullseyes. So that's a step that we want to see out of all competitors. There you can see that was kind of an awkward throw there by Stephanie. She didn't have that nice flush rhythm that she's had for her first 3 throws.
This is throw number 5.
But not a horrible miss. It's still a 4. She still has an 8-point lead.
Sarah Murray remains stuck in the vortex. We'll see if she can get something going here.
And it looks like that could be a 4 there for Sarah.
On that side.
She's got to hope that bottom part of the blade is popping through, and Matt's going to get a really close look at this one.
4 and 3.
Ooh, so a devastating 3 ruling.
Well, Stephanie Prine with a great start.
Touch him up, switch him up.
She'll take a
And the
9-point
turn,
lead into the
Stephanie,
second half.
24 to 15. Throw number 6.
Yeah, and so for Stephanie, she's got a little bit of a jump in her throw right
like
now.
5-5.
You know, those first 3 throws, we really didn't see that out of her. But a nice throw of a 5 there, so whatever works, you know, she's got to figure out that rhythm on the fly.
Sarah Murray finally gets out of the
Throw number
vortex.
7.
She played so well earlier here today. We'll see if she can get back into that kind of a rhythm.
Yeah, it's all about it's a rhythm sport, Joey, and there the axe getting away from
That's,
Stephanie,
4
so
and 3.
Sarah's able to capitalize and gain a point. Up by 8, though.
All right,
Stephanie
this is throw
in a
number
commanding
8.
lead.
PBA
I
by
know
8.
we saw Sarah miss that kill shot pretty poorly with that matchup versus Zachary, but I wonder if she's going to be aggressive and take a shot at it in this match. Ooh,
There we go.
nice
6
throw.
and 4.
There you go.
Nice, Sarah.
Well, this one's not
All right,
over
this
just
is
yet.
throw
number
Sarah Murray
9.
with a bullseye.
Steph up
She
by
gets
6.
within 6, 2 throws to go.
Yeah, so Sarah's starting to turn it on here. Stephanie kind of falling off from her nice start, so she's got to really find that 5 and 6 ring here. And another nice bullseye there.
Yes, Sarah.
We'll get a closer look and see if that's a 5 there for Stephanie.
6-4.
So it's a 4. Okay, Joey.
Well, Sarah Murray hanging around, working her way
All
back
right, this
into
is
this
throw
one.
number 10.
She's
Steph,
within
you're up by
4
4.
heading into the final throw. Stephanie Prine has to get dialed in here and get something in the 4, 5, or 6 ring.
See, this is where I'd love for her to go for an aggressive kill shot. Stephanie with a nice
4,
5 there. And Sarah with a 4. But a nice recovery by
Stephanie
Sarah,
takes
though.
that one 45-40. Nice job.
Well, Stephanie Prine delivering in prime time. She gets the win 45-40.
Yeah, so Stephanie doing a really nice job starting the season off really strong. And then she kind of teetered off for the second half of that match. But kudos to Sarah Murray for sticking in this matchup. She had a devastating 0 on her first throw and then 3 on her 5th throw. But she did a nice job of continuing to battle, continuing to make those adjustments to really find that 6 ring. And then just got to learn how to carry that over, find that rhythm to make it last all night long.
Well, we've got a couple more matches still to come here on Battle Axe. We're going to bring them to you straight ahead here on MC22. Stay tuned for the finish of Battle Axe. Welcome back to this new season of Battle Axe. I'm Joey Dania alongside Bobby Bradford at the Bustin' Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque. It's been a great start to the season, and we're not done yet here in Week 1. We've got a couple of more matches still to bring you, and we'll bring them to you right now. Our next matchup will feature Eric the Scope Chisel, and he's going to be taking on Jenny the Jet Gokul.
Yeah, so a matchup that we've come to know as a very intense rivalry between Eric and Jenny. We know the Taylor Swift fandom is always on the line between these two.
All right, here we go. Throw
But
number
definitely a classic matchup already here in our Battle Axe arena.
Here we go.
Couple of Swifties going head-to-head.
Couple of Swifties going head-to-head. Eric, that axe getting away from him. So Jenny with a 5 on her first throw, up by 1. And, of course, they always trash talk with each other, so this is always a fun matchup, Joey.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
ooh. Jenny can't believe it.
You can't believe it. But
4 and drop.
if you're going to have a drop, you want it early in the match, so she's still only down by 3 with
Dead state.
8 more throws to go, so she definitely has time to make it up. But you got to eliminate those from her game. No more of
Number
those.
3.
There's a nice response. That could be a 5 that's popping through in the top part of that blade.
5-4.
But it is a 4 and Eric with a 5. But I like, that's the nice relaxed throw I like seeing out of Eric the Scope, Sometimes you can hold on to the axe just a little bit too long.
The scope has that fun meter turned up.
That's been his motto last season, carrying over into this one. All about the fun. It looks like a 5 there for Jenny the Jet, who has slowed down her throw just a little bit, but still
throw number 5. Eric
very much a grip it and rip it kind of thrower.
Yeah, she still operates quicker than just about everybody in this league.
And seems to work for her, though. Nice throw there.
What
That's
a flush bullseye there from Eric the Scope Chisel.
All right, touch him up.
He'll take a 5-point lead into the second half.
23-18.
Yeah. So switch sides here. Maybe it can help Jenny out. Still very much a game, though. Looks like a 4. Yeah, but there's a 4 there for Eric.
4-4.
And, of course, we haven't talked about Matt's pants yet. Of course, he's always known for his fashion. Maybe fashion comes before judging, but nice mermaid pants he's got on tonight.
Number 7.
He's quite the trendsetter when it comes to fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. I should say merman, probably.
4. See if that's
Look at a couple 4s, and you can see Eric kind of dejected a little bit. He knows he's...
No, you're good. 4-5.
Oh, but it is a 5. But I don't think he's very pleased with how he's missing that 5 and 6 ring.
Yeah, he holds himself
here we
to
are,
the
throw number
highest
8,
of
Eric by
standards,
6.
and while that was a 5, it barely got into the 5 ring, and he expects better.
Mm-hmm. There's a nice 5 there by Jenny. We'll see here. Looks like another 5 there for Eric. He's starting to inch his way closer and closer to it.
This is throw number 9 right now.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
a 6-point lead for Eric the Scope, and he's going to go for the kill shot here on his 9th throw.
He just wants to get that muscle memory figured out. Be aggressive. I love the aggressive call, though.
Me too. Great throw from Gokul. So if
Ooh,
the Scope misses this, we could be tied if that's a bullseye.
looks like... Oh, it's a 4.
I got to get my eyes checked. It
Well,
looked
that
like
was-
a bullseye from this vantage point.
It was deceiving how the axe hit the board, yeah, but
Call shot kill on the right.
and he's going for the kill shot, even with a 2-point lead. This is how confident Eric is with this kill shot. Jenny's just got to play the board, just focus up. That's a 4.
So the Scope has to hit this kill shot if he wants to get the win.
Oh, and he's
4 and
off
miss.
the mark. Wow.
So Jenny the Jet Gokul gets the win over Eric the Scope, 39 to 37.
Yeah, so Eric was very aggressive with that kill shot. Up by 2 on the 10th throw. Still went for it. That's how important those kill shots are to the Scope. Unfortunately for him, he was off the mark, so he falls to Jenny the Jet, 37-39. Eric falls to 0-2 to start off the season. He's living in that 4 ring a little bit too much, I think, for his comfort. He's starting to make that progression, as you saw on the 7th and 8th throw, to kind of getting closer and closer to those 5 and 6 ring throws that we're more accustomed to seeing from Eric the Scope. And then for Jenny, she got stuck in that vortex as well. A few 5s on her throw, but a nice job of rebounding on that second throw after she had that drop. She really kind of put that in the rearview mirror and went on to take the victory.
Well, we've saved the best matchup for last. Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw and Cody Yocum going head-to-head to wrap things up here in week number 1.
Yeah, so Matt coming in at 1-0 and Cody Yocum coming in at 2-0, putting together a great night. So we'll see if he can carry it over.
Yeah, Cody Yocum has been impressive to start this season. We'll see if he can finish out a great week taking down the defending champion.
So a couple 5s by both competitors to get this match started.
Oh, yeah.
And like we saw with Eric's matchup, when you really want to try to defeat the Magic Man or really just want to play his game, you got to go throw for throw. You got to eliminate mistakes with any competitor, but you have to go shot for shot with them.
Bullseye Matt.
Both of these competitors have incredible composure. You won't see the magnitude or this moment get to either of them. And if there's anybody in this league who can go toe-to-toe with the Magic Man, Cody Yocum is one of those guys.
Oh, absolutely. Cody Yocum can defeat anybody in this league, and Matt the Magic Man, we know, is just a fierce competitor, always rises to the occasion, so this should be a fantastic matchup. Looks like maybe that could be a bullseye if it's popping through on the right-hand side for the Magic Man, but is ruled a 5. So Cody doing a nice job of just hanging with the Magic Man. Kind of just shrinking it all down to that one throw. Just find that one throw. Don't create a deficit that you have to climb yourself out of.
Yeah, you just want to put yourself in position to have a chance with those last couple of throws.
That's exactly right, Joey. Looks like that could be a 5 there for Cody. He's really hoping because Matt threw a beautiful bullseye there. But it is ruled a 4, so a 2-point lead for Matt
right.
going into the 5th row.
Matt's up by 2.
And that's exactly what you can't have if you're
Can't.
Cody Yocum. 2 points is huge against somebody as incredible as the Magic Man.
Absolutely. And we've seen, though, Cody respond nicely from a couple errant throws, and it looks like he just did it there. That could be a bullseye if it's popping through on the top side.
6 and 5, Matt.
So it is a bullseye.
And Cody Yocum gets one of those points back. So it'll be a 1-point lead for Bradshaw heading into the second half.
So nice job of responding from that from that 4 with a bullseye there for Cody Yocum. Looks like that's another one right there. And that could be a 5, possibly a 4.
Bullseye, Cody.
Well, Bradshaw missing the bullseye, not by much, but Cody Yocum taking full advantage with back-to-back bullseyes to tie this one up.
Very nice throw there by Cody. And you can see he's just cool, calm, and collected. He's playing the board. He did a nice job of overcoming that 4 with a couple of bullseyes. Looks like a 5 for Matt, and ruled a bullseye there for Cody.
Well, we finally have our first unicorn of season number 8, and it couldn't come at a better time for Cody Yocum. He takes a 1-point lead over the Magic Man.
Yeah, so Cody with a unicorn, Matt with that 5. You can just see in his eyes he's ratcheting up that intensity.
Bullseye, Matt.
Another flush bullseye there. And Cody with a 4 to quickly give up that 1-point lead he did have.
All right, this is
So
throw
Bradshaw with a 1-point lead.
42,
2 throws to go.
Up by 1.
And Matt's getting a score check here.
Okay.
Oh, and Matt
He's
is
going for the kill shot.
Interesting. So Matt, of course, has to maintain his pro level status, has to go for a certain amount of kill shots and hit a percentage of them. So he's going for the kill in this situation, and he is off the mark. So a 4-point lead for Cody Yocum going into the 10th
All right,
throw.
last throw.
Very interesting here,
Cody's up by
Joey.
4.
Well, we saw Eric the Scope getting very aggressive with the kill shot in the last matchup, and Bradshaw's getting aggressive as well. Is he going for it here?
I believe he's going to play the board in a kind of a shocking decision here.
Yeah, this is surprising, considering he's down by 4 against Cody Yocum, who's thrown nothing but 4s, 5s,
Wow.
and 6s.
Bullseye and bullseye.
Wow.
Nice. Good game.
So Matt decides to stay down,
49,
play the
Matt,
board,
53,
hoping for
Cody.
Cody to make a mistake. We did see Cody
Really good.
have a drop earlier in the night, but, I mean, tip your cap. What can you say? Cody Yocum goes 3-0, defeating the Magic Man. So we rarely see losses for Matt the Magic Man, but he went for the kill shot on that 9th throw, missed it, not by much, but he missed it, and then decided to stay down, play the board, maybe just try to get those points to keep his number 1 standing. But shocking turn of events, but tip your cap to Cody Yocum.
What a start to the season. Matt Bradshaw put up a 62 earlier, and here Cody Yocum takes down the defending champion. It's been a thrilling start, and we're just getting started here on season number 8. Let's throw it down now to Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw for an interview on how this competition continues to improve.
Cody beat me tonight because I couldn't hit my kill shots. And he had, 3, 4 bullseyes in a row. So, I mean, Cody and Brandon, those guys are really stepping up their game. So those are the ones you have to watch out for. So Casey took a league off, but he's coming back into form. So I wouldn't be surprised come week 5, 6, and 7 that he's atop the leaderboard with all of us. So it's going to be a tough leaderboard. It's going to be a tough league, and really looking forward to the challenge.
Well, what a start it's been to this new season of Battle Axe. Before we sign off, time now for our post-game wrap-up. Well, taking a look at the standings after 1 week of competition. Keep in mind, it is points that determine the postseason field. It's Matt Bradshaw leading the way, averaging more than 58 points per game.
Yeah, that could be a reason why Matt stayed down and played the board on that last matchup with Cody Yocum. He wanted to maintain his impressive average. But as you can see there, Casey Nines, Cody Yocum, Beth Jen, Brittany Brokel, Jenny Gokul, Sarah Murray, Brandon Feenstra, Stephanie Prine, and Zachary Torbel round out the top 10.
Well, it's been a great start to a new season of Battle Axe. We'll see you next time. For the entire MC22 crew and my partner Bobby the Blade, this is Joey Danya. Thanks for watching Battle Axe.